Greetings and salutations, I'm Zook, your lovable dungeon master, and welcome to Geeks Anonymous. I'm joined here with Kaz, Dolphy, and Sig, and we're playing Dungeons & Dragons. This is the 17th episode, I think it's the 13th actually, episode of Oops, All Wizards. So before we begin, we're going to go into a couple of announcements. All of the music you will be hearing tonight is from Kevin McLeod's Incompetech. Go to incompetech.com for all of his royalty-free music, and it's great stuff. Very thematic. A lot of the miniatures that you will be seeing tonight are from Hero Forge. We are affiliated with Hero Forge. There is a link in both the description in Twitch and YouTube. When that gets uploaded, that you can go to and actually make yourself a mini. We get a little bit of a kickback, so you're supporting the channel directly when you do so. But other than that, oh, almost forgot again. Top right of the screen, you will see some beautiful artwork by our resident Sig. Thank you, Sig.
I'm a meme.
Okay.
I've been making fridge art all day.
I mean, that's okay, though. I love your
Did you
art.
name the cows?
Yeah.
What?
They'll become pertinent.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
Well, they're sitting on the side of the table with other NPCs, so I hope so.
Okay, so let's hop right into the recap of last session's episode. So Visca found herself back at the college as the dinner bell tolled. 3 days elapsed in her absence. After a hearty meal prepared by Brig, the students are summoned to the headmaster's office. Zinni, Visca, and Lina are wow, Vinny. Wow, let me start over. Zinni, Visca, and Lunny are informed that they will be going on another field mission with the assistance of another student. Once they are dismissed, Lunny is made aware of a future trial that they will be facing due to the assault during discovery, and should be proven guilty, may face expulsion from the college, or worse yet, decommissioning in the future. After much deliberation about choosing whether to bring Thalgrin or Maudie on their journey, they decided that Thalgrin's dwarven knowledge of ancient tombs was the better decision. With some preparation, the four wizards head to the teleportation chamber, finding themselves in the city of Hillcrest, where Zinni quickly finds herself in her mother's warm embrace. And that is where we left off. You guys have spent the evening with Zinni's mother, who is named Finny, by the way, and has made you more than welcome. You have a guest room downstairs that is actually full-sized. So, you know, Lunny, you'll have a corner for yourself, and you'll have a full-size bed for you, Visca. And Zinni, your mom is the kind of person that leaves your room exactly the way you had it. So you get to go right home into your warm bed.
It's my room.
And it's like no time has passed at all, and you can still smell the stewing in the background. That she's always got something cooking. But we're gonna hop into it now, and we'll tune down this. Lay. So it is the middle of the night. You're all in Hillcrest at this point. And I'm going to kick this right off with a perception check from all of you at the disadvantage.
Oh, cheers.
Yep. Oh, because I'm good at those.
Wait, am I good at those? I don't think I am. I think I'm. Oh, wait, it would help if I brought up my sheet.
Nope, I'm not. I'm really
I feel
not.
like I only get a +2 to those, and I'm gonna be sad if I'm right.
I still got a 12.
That's better than probably what I'll roll.
Keeping multiple characters straight is hard.
Dude.
Is
Well,
the
I got a
disadvantage
10.
due to sleeping?
No, but that is another reason you would be at the disadvantage, but it is not the main reason you're at the disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, my perception is balls.
I
Sweaty
was going to
ones.
say because Lenny doesn't sleep.
Don't forget that Zinni can reroll ones.
Yes, I know. However, I cannot reroll a 3, which
Fair.
then turns into a 4 because my perception is only a +1.
Awesome.
I have a +0 to perception, so
Okay,
I
so
feel
what-
you, man.
What's everyone's totals?
10.
12.
4.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be home, man.
Right? Okay. Okay. The night goes by, and it's fairly comforting. You know, you've got that warm fireplace, the crackling, the kind of white noise of the fire in the background, the smells echoing through the through the hallway, and nothing's. Your night goes by. You wake up in the morning. So we will go to Zinni. You wake up to the tugging at your sheets.
Mm.
It's something is tugging at your sheets, and then eventually your sheets have been like thrown off of you. Your blanket is completely thrown off of the bed.
Okay, that's rude. And she's gonna sit up and look around.
And you see Reggie, who is floating just barely above you, with its teeth, kind of going downward and looking at you, looking all cute and.
What?
And you see it float down to your closet, grabs some clothes, and gives it to you.
Okay. I'm gonna put them on.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check to see if you can kind of understand.
Where is that animal handle? God damn it. Oh, cool. That's a 20.
20. Okay. Yeah, you know Reggie fairly well, and you know that people love Reggie in Hillcrest. Reggie's
Okay,
excited. Yep. Reggie wants to go and see people.
Ah, the excited puppo.
Look, Reggie technically came into being here, so like.
That is true.
This is Reggie's home too.
Yep. So.
The excited puppo.
Zinni, I'm gonna have you make a perception check again.
Fuck. I'm assuming just a regular one this time.
Yep, it's hearing based.
Well, 8.
8? Okay. So you're kind of getting ready, getting your things for the day. Are you going in basic attire, or are you going to be suiting up in your adventure garb to kind of show off? What's your plans?
I earned this adventuring garb.
You did. You certainly did.
I killed a dragon for most of my garb currently.
That is true, yeah. Even your staff. All right, so you're kind of getting ready, and then you hear a sort of noise coming from your closet.
Okay, gonna open my closet.
You open your closet and you see a lump of like blankets, and it looks like it's breathing.
Gonna nudge with my foot.
You hear a grunting noise coming from underneath the blankets.
Hey, that's why are you in my closet? Who are you? That is my closet.
You just hear groaning.
Poke the bundle of blankets with the butt of my staff.
5 more minutes.
Oh my god.
Did Maudie sneak aboard with us? Is this what happened?
Yes.
What do? The lump of blankets has asked for 5 more minutes.
I didn't get 5 more minutes.
That is fair.
You hear Reggie kind of coo and flies over to the pile of blankets and grabs a hold of it and just like flings it off of whatever's underneath. And much to your not surprise, you see a very white dressed, with the big scarf and the light blue hair, and it's Maudie kind of rubbing her eyes.
Why are you in my closet?
Okay, first of all, you're not the one allowed to be mad. I'm the one who's mad because you didn't bring me. You decided
Look.
to bring Falgrin. No, you didn't.
Hey,
No, it's my turn. It's my turn.
No,
It's my turn. No.
You're in my closet.
Okay, go ahead.
I voted to bring you.
You did?
I did.
You promise?
Pinky promise.
She brings her pinky out and she pinky promises you.
Because
and she gives you a hug.
did. Zinni was the only one who was like, we should bring Maudie.
Okay, I'm still a little upset at the others then.
You can be upset at them, but it's
Okay.
not my fault.
But yeah, I decided screw books and I wanted to come, so I kind of snuck in while you guys were teleporting.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hi!
Hi.
she waves frantically and starts, kind of getting ready, and that's when the others wake up. Visca and Lunny, you get out of your kind of pseudo-stasis mode.
I see why we were at the disadvantage.
Yes.
Because she's a fucking rogue.
Yeah,
Sneaky.
she has the Cloak of Elven Kind. So she's at the advantage while you're all at the disadvantage.
And not only that, but we weren't expecting her to be there in general.
Okay, so Thalgrin, Lunny, and Visca, you all wake up and you can smell the beautiful aroma of a very hearty breakfast upstairs. What do you guys do?
You know what? I don't think I can disappoint her mom. I might as well go down for breakfast.
It would be illegal.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it would be.
So, the 5 of you now kind of coalesce into the dining room area, which is a little snug for some of you. The dwarves and halflings and the gnomes, you're all fine, but Letty and Visca, you're kind of scooching down a little bit until you find a comfortable chair. Luckily, she does have some chairs that are essentially booster chairs. So you're able to
on the floor.
that way you're able to kind of have an eye level meal. So they're like reverse booster chairs. So all of you are around the dining table, and you see that Finny is not there. Finny is in the kitchen at the moment, and you can hear her clanking around and dropping pans and getting everything ready. And you already see on the table there is like a full ham. There's a pile of eggs, like over easy. There's a pile of sunny side up, a pile of like omelets and scrambled eggs and bacon and like English muffins and Hollands Day sauce and very different assortments of meats and different cuts all over the table. And it smells delicious. And then you hear a clang, clang, clang come from the kitchen, and Finny comes out and sees all of you. Oh, you're all awake. Okay, let me make breakfast for you, and then we can all go to the tavern together. And you see her kind of turn around and go into the kitchen again.
Visca's gonna look at all of the food and be like, wait, this isn't what?
You hear the clanking of dishes.
She's literally like, how is this not breakfast?
And it is steaming and whatnot. And then you see her come out, and she's got a different plate, like probably about 5 to 10 minutes later, a plate for each of you. And it's not as embellished as the food that she has in front of you, so it's a little bit disappointing. So it's more of an oatmeal with like fruits and nuts if you like that as well, with a little bit of like maple syrup and sugar. And it does, it looks like oatmeal, but when you taste it, the ensemble of different flavors is very appealing, and it's very delicious and hearty. And you see her come out, and she kind of dusts off her apron and whatnot. It's like, oh, well, thank you so much for the 32 months. God damn, Dave. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Oh, he said, yeah, Dave is watching, has subscribed for 32 months, and says that I look great with all the weight that I've lost. So thank you, I appreciate that. But moving back into it, so you see Finny come out, and she actually looks like she's gotten changed since she brought out the food for you guys, the bowls of oatmeal, and she's got like a blue what is that? Brassiere, thank you. Brain actually working with a leather corset and with a dress that kind of drapes down. It's kind of your stereotypical sort of tavern ensemble with and you see her hair is this long flowing curls of red, and if she didn't have the red hair, she'd look almost identical to Zinni if Zinni had her hair down. Minus the curls, probably. But you see her, and she looks very happy and bright. It's like, okay, are you all ready?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
You take that one. You take that one. You take that one. You can carry a lot, right? Looking at Lunny. Can you just hold your arms out like this?
Lunny will hold their arms out.
And you see her, she just kind of balances like 6 plates on you. I was like,
Oh my God.
And then you see her grab like 8 herself and puts 1 on her head. All right, we ready?
Yes.
Okay, hey, I don't know you. You see her, she's balancing the plates and points at Maudie.
Oh yeah, she's also from school. She came along with us.
Hi, Maudie. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, can you get the door? Maudie runs up and opens the door. You guys scooch down and make your way through, and you see there's like this tinge of respect in the air of Hillcrest in the morning, as you see the morning people that kind of go out and shopping and whatnot. And it's fairly bustling in this big city. I mean, this is the capital of Cerithius, after all. So as you're going through and you see this bustling crowd, they see Finny and they see all of you with food, and they fucking part like the Nile, man. they part and let you through, and then you head into the tavern, at which point I will bring up the tavern.
Red Sea is what parts.
Thank you. Why did I say the Nile?
Well, because it was Egypt.
Yeah, it was.
So I'm guessing that's just what you thought of first.
Yeah.
There's a piggy in here. His name's Patrick.
Okay, we're probably.
Nice.
You guys might see a bunch of errors on your screen because I am uploading
fine.
everything. I'm just gonna keep the story going while it does its thing.
Do it up.
Okay, so as you all head into the tavern, you see you're kind of balancing. As soon as you get up to the deck sort of area of the tavern, the doors open because there are already 2 people holding the door open for Finny. As all of you kind of walk into this tavern, there's a table set up in the middle just specifically for breakfast, and Finny begins setting down all of these plates and whatnot, and then all of you basically starts taking the plates from you and setting them into very particular arrangements. Like, she has to have the breakfast spots, and then the meats and the proteins in their separate spots. So she's very particular about the order of how everything's set up. And then you see her finally place that last little centerpiece, which is like this fruit salad with a bouquet of flowers in the center as well. And she goes around the back of the tavern and goes, dig in, and Bo Tosscobble. No, sorry. Bo Tosscobble, get your feet off of my tavern table. And you see Bo kind of in the corner, like looking at Finny with wide eyes. This little tough looking halfling, and then just kind of, yes, mom, and is about to like do it, and then looks over and sees Zinni and goes, what? Zinni? And you see him just kind of fall back and smashes the chair as you hear without missing a beat, that's going on your tab, Bo. And as you're kind of settling down, you notice that there is a crowd that is gathered around this one individual that seems to be on on the stage next to a pianist who is actually playing certain melodies and whatnot, as she seems to be finishing up a story of some sort, and you hear her, and that's when it flew overhead. I jumped up into the air, double backflip, sprung off the wall, and then tackled the beast to the ground, stabbing my dagger deep into its gullet. And you see she kind of looks up and sees you and makes eye contact with you, Zinni. And she's like, oh, Zinni? And you see everyone kind of stops and turns to you. And you see Reggie is starting to like float around the tavern and saying hi to everyone, getting lovings from people. And that's when you see what looks like a bunny rabbit and like a little pig just kind of hopping around the tavern in different places. But yeah, it just seems like a very warm environment. And you are in the Rusty Anchor. What do you guys do?
I will remind you that I currently have scale mail, a lightning staff made with a dragon claw on top, and I took the dragon horns and I made a headband. Excellent. So I look cool.
Excellent. Okay, go ahead and make me a... What would that be? Just make me a performance check for me.
I can do that. Do 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 do. That is a 19.
Okay, yeah, the tavern has, you have the tavern's attention. Did you want to do anything? They're all basically staring at Zinni, the long-lost halfling that hasn't been seen in, what, 4 years?
It's been a few years.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone!
And, they all smile and they run up and they start hugging. You're met with this barrage of close warmness, almost like a family sort of thing.
Love it.
The only thing you see this big friggin' this big orc in the background, and you hear and you see a couple people kind of turning over to look over your shoulder where that noise is coming from. You instinctively look over as well, and you see it is an orc that is currently being arm wrestled, and you can't really see against who. And you look and you see that there is this small little halfling that is currently, and she is this buff halfling, and she looks kind of mean. She's got scars going down her face, and rugged hair, and then all of a sudden you see her, you owe me 10. You see the orc reaches into a pocket and throws out a bag of silver and gets all irritated. And
Rumby.
you hear the orc go, "I'll get you one of these days, Myrtle," and kind of walks off, all mad.
Oh, time to remember who that
And
is.
Myrtle looks at you, sees you,
See, the
looks
one
you
I
up
don't
and
like-
down, gives you this, and goes back to her drink.
Oh, probably. I feel like that was my sworn nemesis.
That was your bully, sort of.
My greatest rival, or nope, that's. Oh, yep. School bully.
Yep, school bully.
There we go.
Just a little mean-spirited. Wouldn't you be if your name was Myrtle?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the tavern and you feel the arm of a gnome kind of wrap around your shoulder as you see Poppy just kind of lean over you. It's like, how have you been?
Killed a dragon.
Nah.
Yep.
All right. You see her push you up onto the stage.
Oh,
And
no.
now presenting Zinni, the Dragon Slayer, who will regale us with her tale. And you see her just start clapping and puts you on the spot. Go ahead and tell your story.
Okay. So Zinni just kind of launches into the whole story, basically starting from when she gets to the college and probably telling a little bit more detail than is entirely necessary because no one really needs to hear about the boring class stuff, but Zinni is telling it anyway.
Right.
And she gets to the dragon part and she pauses. Decides to skip over the bringing someone back to life part.
Very good. You see a thumbs up from Thalgren.
And then goes on to tell the story about, getting the dragon mail and making the staff and all that fun stuff.
Excellent. All right. Go ahead and make a performance check for me. Because you have home field advantage, I will give you advantage.
Yeah.
Literally home field advantage.
It's thinking about it.
It's thinking about it.
So that
Okay.
is a 23.
And the entire cavern is completely enamored by your story. Except for seemingly one person. At which point I'm going to have Visca make a perception check for me.
Why?
Because I said so.
I guess. Hold on. Gotta find the dice roller again. It's always at different locations on all of our boards, so I'm just like,
I'm sorry.
Did it? Hey, look, a natural 20.
Oh, natural 20. Someone in the corner of the tavern is staring at you. And it's like he's squinting at you. Go ahead and make an insight check to see if you can kind of read him.
Do I have anything in insight? No, I don't. Okay.
I think insight is your wisdom, right?
Yes.
16.
You get kind of the feeling it's not like there's this first. Excuse me, I got a frog down my throat.
That's not where they belong.
Okay. So it doesn't seem like this guy has any malicious intent or anything like that, but he's giving you this like, do I know you sort of look.
Oh boy.
Whoopsie doodle.
Do I recognize him?
No, you do
No?
not.
Hmm.
And you see him flag over Finny. Finny comes over, says a few words. You see him kind of whisper into Finny's ear. Finny looks down at
hello,
you.
Map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
Matt
it's gonna reset everything. It just uploaded everything to cloud. So,
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
okay.
but he
I was just like, what's going on?
he looks at you, and then you see Finny looks at you, and she kind of smiles, and you see her. She's kind of pointing at Zinni, and you kind of get the sense that Finny is basically explaining who you are and what you're doing here. And then afterwards, you see him give Finny a nod, puts down some silver, and Finny pockets the money and walks over to a casket, fills it up, and places a thing of ale in front of you, Visca. So, yeah, so the Finny places the tankard in front of you and says, "From that jet down there, remind him of someone." He says, "I don't know,
Huh.
someone named Nem."
Ah. I'm gonna take this drink and I'm gonna go sit over there with that guy.
Okay. You see, her
Just
just
gonna-
kind of shrugs.
Mm-hmm.
Luddy, what are you doing while this is happening?
Lenny's enjoying the story, but also trying to like stay kind of. Lenny's wallflowering it because they feel big and awkward.
Mhm.
I mean, you are very tall.
I am very tall.
And we are all very small.
You are all very small.
People don't seem to be paying you much attention. Like there's this first like, oh, what the hell is this sort of thing? But then when you just kind of stand inert in the at the wall, they kind of just give you your space and leave you be.
They're just like, yeah, it's
You
none of
lose
our
the
business.
appeal.
Right, exactly.
Lenny is also feeling kind of awkward about what had happened at the festival, so.
Fair
That's
enough.
fair. I'd feel awkward too if I almost killed a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Visca, you sit next to this person at the bar. You see he smiles and raises his glass to you, clinks your glass if you let him.
Yeah,
and
why not?
He'll take a sip. Evening or morning. Never too early to drink though. Takes a sip.
Can agree with that.
So, a neat coat you got there.
Yeah, we found it in a dragon horde.
Did you know?
Were you not paying attention to Zinni's story?
Oh, so you were there too? Wait, you mean that wasn't bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
So you slayed a
Where
dragon?
else would she get the scale mail from?
You can find magic items everywhere is on Earth, you know?
Fair enough.
But, to the point, that belonged, I think, to a person that used to mean quite a lot to me. So I'm a little curious how it came into your possession. Besides just stumbling upon it in Dragon's Horde.
That's kind of just the entire story, really.
He's gonna make a persuasion check for me, because you're not lying, but he's going to be kind of trying to read you with an insight check.
I actually have +2 in persuasion! Oh my god. Well, I rolled an 8.
Okay, he can read you just fine. Alright, well... Do you know anything about the previous owner?
Sadly, no.
Well, she actually grew up here a while ago, long time ago. Probably why Maudie doesn't remember. I mean, sorry, Finny doesn't remember. Too many E's. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure... Well, I haven't seen Nem in a while. I heard she went missing a long time ago. But I did hear something about, like, her kid down in... What's that place? Come on, the city of chocolate.
Morspor?
What was that?
Morspor?
Orsport? Yeah. I think that's right, actually. Could be right on here. Yes, Orsport. Yeah. Morspor, that's right. Yeah, there's the city of chocolate, and the dead. What a weird combination, but some of the best chocolate you will ever taste. Saw her there last. Haven't seen her since. Hope she doesn't follow the same fate as her mom. Or she just disappears without any trace. What?
Can you tell me anything about the daughter? I might keep an eye out for her.
Well, her name's Lidori. God, I haven't seen her since she was just a small little lass. But I heard stories of her going down to Morspor and something about this weird, like, sludge or whatever. I don't know. It was this bonkers story. But yeah, I haven't really heard from her since. Haven't seen her up here anyways.
Got a physical description? If I ever come across her on any of my ventures, I'll tell her something about home.
Sure.
Misses her?
Yeah, sure. She gives you a basic description of almost eerily close to what you saw of Nem. Obviously describing Nem's daughter, and just kind of giving you subtle differences that Lidori has. Says that she's probably wearing sort of rough adventuring gear. She was kind of that stalwart sort of, I'm gonna go out and make a difference kind of person. But other than that, I haven't really...
Don't forget the Almiraj.
There was one thing, and if you see her, you'll see this. All right, have you ever heard of an Almiraj? Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
I was gonna say, have I?
Because you have a Fey background, I will give you advantage.
Oh, nice.
Because you have that Fey ancestry thing, right? Or
I have a Fey connection for holes.
Fey connection, yeah.
Plus, what is my Arcana? Hold on. Plus 7. So, what, 22?
22.
Yes.
Okay, you have heard of an Almiraj. An Almiraj is basically, it's a rabbit. So think one of those large rabbits that are like fucking 3 feet long.
I remember
big
what Flump looks
bunnies.
like.
Yes, and...
You mean a Flemish?
Yes,
Flemish?
thank you, it
Yeah.
is. A Flemish, yeah, that is correct. But
Flem
in the
is something.
center of the forehead is a spiraling unicorn horn. So you do know what an Almiraj is.
Unibunny.
It's a unibunny.
A very dangerous unibunny.
Yeah, this one's
I
actually a
need
dire
one.
one.
Oh.
But I mean, I guess if you find that, you'll probably find Lidori.
Well, I'll make sure to keep an eye out.
Oh, one more thing. Just... Nah, never mind.
You sure?
Make a persuasion check. See if you can get it out of him.
I think I hit the right button. I'm at an angle. No. That would be one whole 6.
Another time, maybe. Let me see him take a sip of his drink, but I will allow you an insight check to see what kind of vibes he's kind of getting.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
No. He obviously just forgot or something. You're not sure, but takes a sip of his drink and stops talking to you.
Okay.
Unless you say something else, obviously.
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ponder on that information, though.
Journal updated. Okay. So,
You have a new codex entry.
it's about this time that Zinni finishes telling her story. and everyone begins clapping and like, wow, they're just enamored by your tale of this dragon. You can tell that most of them believe you. In fact, I will have you make. Did you already make a? You already did
Yeah,
a
I did.
performance check. Go ahead and make a persuasion check to see if people
Alright.
actually believe the story now.
That's a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, it's about 50-50. You're getting the feeling about half the people here believe your story. And
I mean, doesn't matter if they believe it because it happened.
yeah, exactly. You don't care. But yeah, you finish, you get off the stage, and Poppy walks up and hands you a drink. Like, yeah, she knows it's like 8 in the morning, but here's an ale.
Nice.
And then goes to the we'll go to a seat and just begin leaning back, and we'll initiate small talk. Is there anything that you would like to do, or anyone that you would like to speak with in particular?
Me?
Yes.
Hmm. Trying to think. I mean, everyone.
That's fair. Okay. So we'll say that you're with Poppy. So they get a table together. Lunny, do you join them at the table?
How close is it to where Lunny is?
Nearish.
Lunny will stand nearby, but won't actually sit at the table
Okay.
unless they invite Lunny, because
Sure. Visca, are you going to wander over to the table?
Sure.
Okay. So you all kind of coalesce over to the table. Okay, so all of you get to the table and sit down, and you're kind of catching up and whatnot, and you see Poppy just kind of leans up against the back of the tavern wall on her chair, kind of has 2 feet of the chair up in the air, and just is leaning back. And so, what you guys doing in Hillcrest, anyways?
We're doing something for the school.
Yeah? What? If you don't mind me asking.
Do I even know?
Yeah, you were explaining
Yeah.
that you were looking for the Sword of Answering in the in a tomb to the east.
Wow. Do you want to guess how much I paid attention?
that strikes me as funnily in character.
There's a reason why I've decided that Zinni, being a halfling, most definitely has ADHD. It is to cover my own ass.
Fair enough.
Fair.
So I will say that is in character. And she goes, wait. So you got an assignment from a very prestigious school, and you don't even know what it is?
They do.
Zinni, fucking never change, please.
I probably never will.
Visca's literally just sitting there with a hand over her face, like, oh my god. Like,
Zinni's
Zinni
gonna
doesn't
leave.
have the brain cell.
Zinni's gonna lean over. So what are we doing?
Oh my god. Visca's way too baffled. She's like, she has the disappointed mom face.
Look, Zinni was super excited because she gets to go home.
That
and
was all that she
see all of her
processed.
friends.
Yep, that's all she processed was, I get to visit home. And it's just like, oh my god.
100%.
All right, well, Falgarin will speak up. All right, well, I guess I'll be volunteered to explain what we're doing here. Basically, what we're doing is we're looking for this tomb to this king. Apparently, used to be a Tolkien king, and has this fabled sword. What was it, Lonnie? The retorter.
Yes.
The retorter, yes. But yeah, have you heard anything about that? Let's see if she's heard about the retorter.
Oh, right. I do remember that. Vaguely.
What does any?
The retorter. Can't say I know that, but I will say I do know of a tomb to the east. It's a little. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little dangerous to get to. I mean, you actually killed the dragon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you guys can probably handle it, but you're gonna have to get some like climbing gear or something, or maybe if you got some magic spells to get you down there. But there's a
Looks at
tomb.
money.
There's a tomb to the east that is in this chasm. It just kind of eroded over time, and tectonic plates. It's really close to where the sundering was. So and I'll let you guys all roll a history check if you want to know what the sundering is.
I think I do.
I'm good at history.
Oh, I am very good at history.
Except for I rolled like ass. That's a 13.
I mean, that's a 15.
Okay.
No, not two.
Just take
Fucking
the left
mouse.
one. The one that didn't fall off the table.
That would be a 11.
Okay, so 15 was the highest. Did I hear that right?
Yep.
That was Tia?
Yep.
Well, that makes sense because you have heard of the Sundering. It's actually a story that was told to you. It's like one of those old fables, kind of like our modern day Pangea story, but different. So way back before recorded history, before the countless eras, the nations of Hroth, Tok, and Null were one continent, and it was called Hrothoknol, which was named after a king of the area. And something happened during his reign. Unfortunately, you don't really recall that information, but the entire the temple and his kingdom shattered and split into the three continents, and each one of those continents basically parted and became Hroth, Tok, and Null to the south. And that's basically the story of the Sundering. So yeah, it's got a lot of earthquakes and tectonic shifts and whatnot due to its proximity of where the Sundering occurred. But I gotta say, I mean, I've been there already. It's already been cleared out. I mean, I'll mark it on your map if you want to check it out, anyways. But
Yes, please.
sure. Yeah, you see your circle an area. You actually see it on the map. Let me get to that section of the map.
I would like to point out this is now the second time that Zinni has managed to procure us a map.
That's fair.
Not a lie.
This time you didn't have to sleep with anybody. Okay, so
As far as
basically-
we know.
That's fair.
Yep.
Ah. So go away. All right. So can you guys see the map up on the screen? I don't think you can see me manipulating it. But you see the marker that says Hag Scar?
Yep.
Mhm.
That's basically what she circles. So
Says, what now?
Hag's Scar.
Dude,
I
I'm
am
blind.
It's a green
I-
marker on the map.
Yeah, there's like 8 of them.
Yeah, top right. Because it is directly east from where you guys are.
All I have that is labeled is like.
Oh, there we go.
If you
It was
zoom
like-
out,
It was like off the edge of the screen.
Yeah,
Or off
yeah.
the edge of the map for
Yeah,
me.
you got to kind of
Oh, okay.
scroll a little bit. But yeah, so she marks that area, and you can see on the map it shows like divots are like actually drawn into it, and it looks like a very swampy, murky area as well. But yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot if you want to try to press your luck. Maybe there was something we missed after all these years, but jeez, I figured what?
I mean, we kind of have to go because, well, school, but...
Yeah, but I mean, hell, anything.
It's a voluntold field trip.
Yep.
Fair enough, fair enough. But I mean, to be honest, the monkey's paw would probably know a little bit more about that than I do. Or you could hit up a library before you leave, and you might be able to find some info. Like I said, maybe there's something we missed.
Do I know what the monkey's paw is?
You know what the monkey's paw is. It is the local thieves guild.
Oh, okay.
You know exactly what they are.
Okay. I'm gonna be real, Zinni would probably be super excited at the prospect of having an excuse to go talk to them because they sound cool.
Fair enough.
Zinni is a very easily impressed person.
That's fine.
So, do we wanna get right to work, or like, what are we doing? You hear from Maudie.
What do you guys think?
I really don't mind.
Lunny,
And then Visca looks at Lenny.
Lenny, make a perception check for me.
perception check. Oh, god damn it. This mouse.
It loves you.
First one down was a 19, so modified 20.
You're kind of lost in the moment a little bit, and you're just kind of staring. You're not even realizing that Visca like basically just said your name, and you're just staring ahead as you can kind of see there's this one table in the corner, and there's this gnome that like it seems completely oblivious to the world, has goggles on, and I'm sorry, not a gnome, a halfling, and she is like working on something, and there's like a bunch of like her table is just spare parts, metals, cranks, levers, just a bunch of different tools and stuff scattered throughout, and it looks like people are just kind of letting her do her own thing. Every once in a while she'll raise her hand like this without even looking at anybody, and then one of the waitresses will come over and place a drink in front of her, and then you see her take out like this little flint like striker and fires up a blowtorch and starts welding something. So that's what you notice, Lunny. Visca, as you're kind of saying that, you can see Lunny is just kind of staring off.
Oaks. The Lunny. Does Lunny respond?
Lenny's going to turn their head to look at Visca. Apologies.
You good?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes. Maybe.
Well, at least you admitted maybe.
Visca, you kind of look over your shoulder at what Lunny was looking at, and you do see this this halfling that is tinkering with something on the table. And Zinni, you also see this as well, and you recognize this as an old friend of yours named Miffy.
Is that my bestie?
It's Miffy!
You have to realize it's been like 8 months since I wrote this thing. I don't remember all of this stuff.
Let's see. Miffy. Who is your closest still living friend? Oh, it is a gnome. Gal Miffy Tinkerholm. Yes.
Yes.
So, Miffy Tinkerholm. And she is just tinkering something, hasn't even noticed that you've arrived, which is kind of par for the course.
Oh, that's rude. Zinni's gonna follow their gaze, then get up and just kind of sneak up behind her.
She puts the blowtorch down. You see her pick up a piece of like very hot metal, and she starts ting 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 with a little tiny hammer, getting this little tiny like design going down the edge of it. Ting 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 ting.
It's very rude of you to not listen to my story and notice that I'm here.
You see her just drop everything, and she falls out of her chair. Zinni? You see her just jump up. Zinni! She jumps up and grabs you in her arms. And, oh my god, it's so good to see you. Oh my god, how long has it been? Like 4 years?
Yep.
I was like, did we lose Tia? Oh my god. Well, oh, do you want to see what I've been working on?
Yeah.
All right. Oh shoot! You're grabbing things, putting steel away, and different knickknacks and whatnot, and throwing everything into a bag and hucks it over her shoulder. All right, follow me. Easy. Hopping out of the tavern, and you see Thalgren's like very intrigued. You want to check this out, Lonnie? I'm kind of curious, to be honest.
Lenny will give like a sort of shrug and start to follow with Zinni and.
Sure. Visca, are you tagging along as well?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys go down a few blocks of the city of Hillcrest. You get into the more bustling part of the city with the bazaar, one of the largest bazaars in the entirety of the Cerithius section of Hroth. And PUC people kind of shouting to Zinni as they see her on the streets. And Zinni, it's very nice to be home and have this welcoming feeling. As you go down a familiar path and duck behind one of the stone-built homes where Miffy lives, and she leads you out back to the backyard into a shed, a very large shed, and you see her kind of hold the door. All right, you guys ready? And you see her.
Sure.
She turns the knob and opens it up, and you see this large, it looks like this steel barrel of some sort. But on the top it has pipes that are coming out of it, and you see it's got what looks like appendages coming from either side. And it has kind of crab-like feet or legs coming out of it all over it, and it is huge. It looks like it's like as big, probably about twice the size of your standard wagon. And you see her smile, and she kind of gives it a fleur as she goes, I introduce the apparatus of the crab.
Just kind of investigating it curiously.
And you hear Thalgren. So, what does it do exactly? Well, you see her just kind of give it a knock, and you hear her go, Crustaceos! And you see the whole thing begin to glow. 2 eyes like light up, and the whole thing as you hear this like internal combustion inside of it as smoke begins kind of coming out of the pipes on the top, and you see it whir to life as the legs start and it starts to come towards you guys as you part out of the way. It comes out of the garage, and you see Miffy kind of climb up this side ladder and opens up a hatch. Well, come on in. And you all kind of pile in, and it's a little snug with all of you in there, but you're able to fit. And you see the inside's got like this cockpit, and it looks like it's using some sort of divination effect. In fact, Thalgren notices that. Is this, this looks like divination magic, as you see this kind of screen being projected, and you're able to see what's on the outside. And you see levers and switches and whatnot, and you see her push it forward and starts going forward and whatnot. And you see a big red button that says "Do not press." And
Hey, why would you make a button like that?
because people will most invariably want to press it.
You did it because you knew I'd want to press it.
Don't press it.
You're rude.
Yep. All right, time to get
What
out.
does it do?
And you see her turn off the apparatus, and it shuts everything off and opens the hatch and climbs out of it.
What's the button do?
Maybe you'll find out someday.
I don't like you.
Yes, you do.
Okay, gonna climb back out now.
Okay. So you all climb out of this apparatus at this point, and she's like, all right, well, I gotta get back to work, but it was great seeing you, Zinni. Are you gonna be in town very long, or? Kind of looks, she looks to the others too to kind of gauge their reaction.
I mean, we gotta go on an adventure to find a thing.
I mean, we don't exactly have a time limit, but well, I mean, feel free to stop by anytime. If there's anything I can do to help, I'm here.
My hometown best friend and my school best friend are both gnomes.
Yeah.
Coincidental? I think not.
Okay, so she is going to go back into the shed, put her apparatus away, and begin tinkering on what she was tinkering. All of you are kind of in the streets of Hillcrest at this point. What would you like to do?
We could go see the monkey paw people.
Yep, you could go to the monkey paw people, or you could go to... Wait, you know that command? That's great. My dog perked up when I said paw. And she also mentioned that you might find something out at the library, which Hillcrest has a very extensive library. Not quite as extensive as like Alondis down south, but pretty good.
So here's the question. Zinni knows what the monkey paw is, but did the others gather any sort of insight into what that means? Because Zinni for sure did not explain it.
Is Visca from the Cerithius region? Have we established that?
We haven't established where Visca's from at all.
Okay. So I will say Lunny and Visca, you can both make a history check, but it will be at the disadvantage since you are not from this location.
Okay.
Uh, 11.
11, okay.
Six.
Nope, neither of you have heard of the monkey paws.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys, where do you guys head first?
Why not the library? Who knows? I don't
Okay.
know.
All right, so you begin heading into the street. Visca will suggest the library. Do all of you consent to that and want to go to the library?
Sure.
All right, so you head to the center of the town, and you get to this large. It's think of like a government sort of building, as far as how it's set up with pillars in front, the columns. It's a very triangular building with steps that lead up to it. Two large doors that are already open, and it looks like it's a come and go sort of thing. And you see people going in and out of the library at their leisure. As you all head into the library, you see rows and rows and rows of books, and so. Imagine Beauty and the Beast library, but like 5 times the size, but just as elegant.
Excellent.
And that is the library. So what would you like to research while you're at the library?
I don't know if there's any
Everything.
more information about the tomb or the king that differs from what we found in the college.
Okay. Since you have a point of reference and a place to study, you will be at the advantage for this roll. If anybody else wants to roll history or arcana, or I'll have
History.
each of you have to choose which one you're gonna do. So,
I'll do history.
so you'll do history. Somebody can also do arcana,
That's a mod of 20.
and somebody can do nature as well. Modded 20.
Mm,
Yeah, mod of 20.
Religion
I-
will also be a suitable roll.
okay, so I'm good at a lot of those.
Maybe I should have done religion because I have a +7 in religion.
All right. Do you want to change it to religion? Because
Sure.
you know, yeah, I'll let you do that. All right.
So it would just be a mod of 22.
modded 20 for religion.
Do I want to do Arcana or History? I'll do History. Am I also doing this at the advantage, or is it just
Yes. Yeah. You have a library at your disposal, so you have a lot of
Ah.
knowledge.
so much book?
So much book.
That is an 18.
Okay. And Lenny.
Uh,
Such book, very reading. Wow.
much wow.
Lunny is distracted by other thoughts, apparently.
Okay. So Lenny, you're
1 and a 2.
Yep.
God.
you've got some books in front of you, and you're like mindlessly flipping through them, but not really reading. You're just distraught in your own little world. The next one was who did history?
Me.
Okay. And what was your result again? I'm sorry.
18.
18. So with an 18, you do find you basically start your research on the Sundering, since that is a sort of lead, and then you research a little bit about the tomb in the area, and you find you don't find a whole lot of historical information as far as the tomb itself, but you do find a lot of history as far as the areas, like things have a hard time being built in those areas for obvious reasons. They tend to not last very long. You also find stories of kind of like there's a possible entrance to the Underdark, so there might be creatures from those spooky regions. And
Like Reggie.
like Reggie. And you do find a little bit of history about this king, Hrothtaknal, the first king of Hrothtaknal, and it mentions him kind of going insane after quote unquote being blessed by the gods, and that is all the information you find.
I mean, that's fair.
Visca, with your religion check, so after you get that information from Zinni, if Zinni, I assume, shares it.
Mhm.
Perfect. So you're kind of going off and researching the more religious aspects of this, and you find a tome that has to do with the ancient ones, and it's talking about like these old gods and whatnot, and there was one in particular, and you can't find the name of it until you actually see one book that doesn't have it scratched out in one location. You're flipping through and it says Hierodias. And you've heard of Hierodias. Hierodias is basically the diametric opposite of Hextor, and Hextor is the god of talk, the one that rules over, and he's one of the most prominent gods in the pantheon right now. Hierodias is his brother, or supposedly his twin brother, and you find information about how basically their galactic battle during the Battle of the Gods, smashed into Ribus, one of the moons, and actually created the Ribus ring that is around and circulating Orth. So now you've got the rings of Ribus and Obus. And after their fight, basically there was this feud between Hroth and Talk, and there always has been. And Hroth was more on Hierodius' side, and Talk was more on Hextor's side. However, Talk ended up winning the war, and Hierodius, most of the records of Hierodius have been lost. And you're pretty sure that this tomb has something to do with with someone who worships that ancient deity. And it also mentions that it is a possible location of one of the swords of answering, known as the Retorter.
Hey.
All right, that's
Use
about
out that information to friends.
that is about two hours worth of research. Would you like to research any other specific topics? You could research, let's see, the sword itself, if you wanted to. You could research current events. You could research the monkey's paw, Hillcrest, anything. What would you guys like to do?
Current events might help us.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll. Roll history. This will just be a 1 standard roll because it's like, yeah,
No.
nothing really all that useful. And that takes you, the rest of your time at the library. You're pretty sure you've checked everything that you could. Do either of you two want to do any other of the topics that I may have mentioned?
What topics did we mention?
The sword itself that you're looking for, current events, which is what Visca tried, the monkey's paw, if you wanted more information on that and where their location might be, and possible things that you could research about, personal things that are relevant to your character specifically.
Yeah, I think Lenny's just going to mindlessly just start perusing, as it were.
Sure. So not really researching anything, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ziddy, did you want to look up anything?
I'm gonna look up more information on the sword.
Okay. Go ahead and make a history or arcana roll at the advantage.
I mean, they're the same.
Lenny's heart isn't really in it today.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I can re-roll that anyway. So.
Yeah, you're at the advantage, so.
Well, no, I can re-roll ones anyway.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So that's an 18. That's an 18.
All right, 18. Yeah, you find a little bit about the Sword of Answering. So there are 9 in existence. Basically, the original name of the sword, it was actually based off of one sword that was gifted to the first High King of Tofkra, Hroth-Tokmol, or whose first name was actually Niuada. And he had the original sword called the Fragarach, or the Fragarach as the original name, but it's Fragarach as people like to describe it. And that sword, however, has been lost to the times and has been either destroyed or just completely lost. You were looking for the Sword of Answering, the Retorter specifically, which is one of 9 copies of the sword. And the Retorter itself, you do see that it was in the last possession of Niuada, and passed down through that lineage. And it seems like each of the swords have been reported to have what they refer to as an ego, like they're self-aware. And they seem to have the ability to to act on their own volition during battle, and if someone if its wielder is being attacked, it can answer it with an attack of its own.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to say the name of that thing one more time.
Fragarok.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's how you spell it. Fragarok. It's
Sure.
and the
That's
original.
That's not how I'm gonna. That's not how I'm gonna spell it.
You're
Just
gonna
so you
say
know.
Fraggle Rock, I know.
100%.
Oh yeah, I know.
I have.
This is an
I
actual
have.
Irish legend too.
I need you to understand. I have an Uncle Traveling Matt Pot figure hanging out on my desk with me.
That's fantastic. Yeah, but this is an actual Irish legend that I found that D&D turned into a magic item, and I kind of did my own thing with it, so I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, so you find information on apparently a self-aware, self-reliant, able in combat sword.
Oh.
What?
It was hovering, and I didn't think it would let me unlock it, but it did.
Cool.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so it's been about 4 hours since you've gotten all of that information, and I believe you all said that you relay that with each other?
Yep.
Okay, so after that 4 hour period, you see that it is about noon. Probably took you a couple hours to actually get to the library. After kind of exploring, getting bumped into people, saying hi's and whatnot. So I'll say it's probably about 2 p.m. or so as you leave the library. What would you guys like to do?
Good questions.
I want to do all the things, so I'm just letting you guys decide.
Because you could check out the monkey's paw if you wanted to, or you could leave now if you wanted to.
We can check out the Monkey Paws place.
Do I have any knowledge of where this might be?
No. You know
No?
it's in town. You just don't know where.
Okay. Can I make some sort of roll to make some kind of educated guess?
You would have to, like, ask around. So is there someone in particular that you would like to ask? Maybe from your past?
Trying to think of who might know. Don't know. Who would know?
Boo, 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 boo. Or you could just try asking random people on the street. That'll go well.
I mean, that's 100% something that she would do, so let's do it.
Oh my god.
All right. So you walk up to a random person. Go ahead and make me a percentile roll.
Our percentiles are down here.
No, I put it at the Oh shit! It didn't load.
Ah.
It
Oh
disappeared.
no! It went away.
It disappeared. Okay, just roll 2 die 10 and I'll
And I'll read it like I usually do with.
All right. So the left one was a 2, so it's a 20. All right. Pretty good actually. So you kind of find this person who is wearing a purple cloak, and he has his hood down, and it looks like a human, and he's got a couple daggers, and you're looking at him. This guy cries out rogue to you. What do you do?
He's gonna look him over for a minute, then walk right up to him and be like, "Hi."
Hello? Can I help
Hi.
you?
Maybe. My name is Zinni, and I'm looking for the monkey's paw.
Has Zinni heard of? Has he heard of Zinni?
I've heard of me.
I would hope so.
I would hope so, too.
Oh yeah, you're that local that got into the college. Huh, good for you. You're looking for the monkey's paw? Why?
Well, we need to find a thing, and, oh shit, why am I forgetting her name?
Poppy?
Poppy, yes, there we go. And, Poppy said that someone in the monkey's paw might know more about it because they have to go to the ruins of the place. And she said that she's looked all over the place for it, and it's not there, but someone else might know more.
Okay, so why are you asking me?
I don't know, you just look like you might know.
Rude. Make a persuasion
Not-
check for me.
Not intentionally rude. Those so that is a 14.
Look, I don't know anything about the monkey's paw. I just got into town. Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
That's a whole 8.
Guess you asked the wrong person. But then you
Are
hear
you sure?
did somebody else want to insight that?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
16.
Oh, he lying. He lying.
I'm going to make direct eye contact with this man.
And then
You know what I'm using. You know exactly what I'm using.
Oh shit, that's a wisdom saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oops.
He failed?
That's a fucking failure. As you see, so you see Visca just kind of lock eyes with this man, and all of a sudden he just locks eyes back at Visca and just seems completely entranced and is just staring at Visca. Visca, what do you do?
I'm just gonna ask, are you sure?
They're
Rude to
located at
stare.
this address, and hands you a piece of paper.
Thanks.
Is there anything else you would like?
Nope.
Thank you for your help.
Of course, anytime. You see him kind of blinking, kind of looks around and wanders off. What?
Here's your address.
You hear a muffled, "What the hell was that?"
I used to work
but it
as a
worked.
Just Visca's only response is, I used to work at a bodyguard. You know how to make people scared sometimes.
You know what? Fair enough. Fucking fair enough. Okay. So hands you a piece of paper. You open up the piece of paper, Visca, and you see a bunch of hash marks, slashes, and dots, lines. You have
God,
no
I don't
idea
know
what you're
fucking-
looking at. This is encrypted.
God damn it. Who knows Rogue? Marty?
What?
Do you know how to read this?
Huh? Oh.
I couldn't.
What? Why do you think I know how to read this?
I don't know.
You got levels in Rogue. Fourth wall. What is the fourth wall?
I feel so called out right now. Well, okay, first of all, I'm basically getting that you're assuming that I'm a thief of some sort because I carry daggers and have sneaky abilities and all, like, cool, and I can break into, locks and whatnot like we did that night. But that's regardless of the
I'm-
point, and it's rude. And yes, I can read it, but that is not the point.
Okay, then can you read it for us, please?
Yes, it's about 3 blocks down.
Thank you.
Just yeah.
Rude, but yes.
All right, well, let's go then. as you all begin heading down, and you get to a looks
I
like
like how Falgren is just like, yeah, sure, this just happened.
Also, right? He doesn't care. All right, so you get to what looks like a it looks like just a generic storefront of some sort, and it's got like a muffin on the side. As you walk in, you can smell the smell of a bakery, but
Do you know the Muffin Man?
it smells like a stale bakery.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like everything looks like it's palatable. Like there's no mold on anything, but like you see somebody that is holding up a loaf of bread and taps it against like the table, and it's and another person kind of walks over, grabs it from him, and gives him this dirty look, like you. Puts
This
it back.
baguette is weapons grade.
But yeah, you get into this shady bakery of some sort.
I hope everyone got that reference.
What did you say?
I said this baguette is weapons grade.
The
Dragon Prince.
Yes, I was trying to place it because I'm like, I know exactly what it is.
The
Love
food
that show.
here
All
is
right.
Oh my god, I can't
Oh,
wait.
next season.
weapons grade.
Please.
So
Here, I'll even share the clip in case no one hasn't seen it yet.
Dig in.
you guys are in the bakery. What do you guys do?
Is there anyone in here?
Yeah, there's a few people. There's a shopkeeper. There's a couple people that look like they're shopping. Probably because it's very inexpensive here.
Someone who isn't Zinni should probably do this because let's roll back and take a look at how subtle Zinni has been in the recent past.
But counterpoint, would Zinni want other people to take the lead on this, or would she just be happy to go up and start talking?
Oh, you know she's going to be very happy to do it. That's why I'm suggesting if someone wants to say something before Zinni does.
Oh no, we're here for the Zinni ride. It's fun.
Oh yeah, we're here for Zinni.
Excellent.
So
Zinni's gonna walk up to the counter. Hi, is this the monkey paw?
I love you so much. I love you so much. So as you kind of are heading up, you see like a few kids that are like running around, and the person behind the counter gives the kid a cookie, and the kid like grabs it, and the other kid grabs it from them. They end up tugging it back and forth and breaks it in half, and they're happy because they both get a piece of cookie now. As they run
stale
past you,
cookie.
and they slam into Zinni, like accidentally. They're just stupid kids.
Just
and
mock speed.
and then run by the rest of you. They kind of like force their way through your group and whatnot, and then out the door. And they're very happy that they have a cookie. As you see the woman kind of flabbergasted as you're at your question. Who's asking?
Me?
Okay. As you're up at the bar, go ahead and make me a perception check. Everyone can make a perception check if they would like.
Yeah,
God.
you do it first.
Zinni, why?
Well,
I got a whole 15 because
Okay.
I don't think I have a modifier. Yeah, I don't have a modifier.
That's a 10, but my passive is 16.
Okay. So Zinni, what did you get on yours?
a whole 5.
Okay. So, yeah, so, and, who are you, might I ask?
My name is Zinni.
Okay, no, this isn't the monkey's paw. Didn't you see the friggin' sign? It's a muffin.
Well, yeah, but there's a guy who gave us the address when we asked him where the monkey's paw was, and I mean, at first he said that he didn't know where it was, but then I think Visca looked at him weird, and it made him just give us the address anyway, which really he could have just done to begin with. It probably would have saved him a lot of trouble, and now we're here.
You were a strange little person.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check for me.
God.
Fuck you.
Oh man, this is great.
Perfect.
This is pure comedy.
Yep.
I'm so happy.
I
could
can
get.
see your grin right now. I can fucking see it.
I'm so happy. I could get not another 20 the rest of tonight, and I will be so happy because that's the 20 that I hit.
As you see her go, how did you get this address? Like, what, did he just tell you where it was?
Well, he gave it to us on a piece of paper.
He gave you our address. He had our address on a piece of paper ready
Well,
for
I
you
mean-
to give out to somebody?
No, I mean, not in a way that I
Can
could
I
read
see
it.
this? Can I see this note?
She's just gonna hand it over.
Oh, I think Visca has it.
Oh.
Yeah. It just gives the paper over.
Alright,
Like,
so
I'm just with her.
she takes it, she flips it open, looks at the note, looks up at you without moving like any part of her. She just moves her eyes, sort of thing. Looks back at the note, looks back at you. Now I will have everyone make another perception check.
Because we're good at these.
No, we're really not.
You're really not.
God damn it, Zinni!
You're so excited to be here.
And I got an 18!
Nice. Buddy?
I thought I hit the button. Well,
Okay, the 18. As you see her takes the address and she like crumples it up and throws it into a hearth fire nearby, and she walks over to a wall, and that's when you see another set of scratches and dots in a certain location on the wall, and you see Zinni, Maudie will point at it as she's kind of walking over, and you see her just kind of flag you with two fingers over to her, all of you, and you come behind the bar. She takes you out back into the kitchen, and you see a wall of kegs, some of which are tapped, and she goes over to a spigot of one of them and turns it left, and you hear a as a door opens that wasn't there before, and a staircase leading down.
Oh, that's so cool.
Welcome to the Monkey's Paw. Please don't be so blatant about it in the future. Gives you a clap on the back and goes back to the bakery.
Oh, right, because it's supposed to be secret. Yep. Okay. That makes sense.
You'll probably forget in 5 minutes.
All right, so
Zinni immediately forgets.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Just like, I can keep a secret. Nope.
Absolutely not.
Oh god.
Seeky.
Okay, so all of you head down into the Thieves Guild, the Monkey's Paw. As you see, it looks like they have like tables set up. People are gambling, having a good time. There's a few people that are playing the knife game where you put your hands on the fucking table and you have to, hit it in between the fingers.
Yep,
and
that.
it looks like the person who is currently playing is missing one of their fingers, so they've played before. And you have entered the Monkey's Paw. What do you do?
gonna look around and see if I think anybody looks like a good person to talk to. Which, I mean, for me, everyone is good to talk to, but
They-
it's probably best to make at least some sort of assessment.
There's probably about 5 or 6 halflings here. There's probably about four humans, a few dwarves, and maybe like 1 or 2 gnomes, and 1 elf behind the counter. It looks like it's also an underground bar.
Hmm. And he just looks like she's concentrating very hard.
You're just kind of looking at everybody. Who do I ask?
There's so many options. Meanwhile, Lenny's just at the back of the group. Awkward potatoing.
Well,
But
she's
you're
gonna
the
just-
tallest.
She's just gonna walk.
I am. Oh, yes.
She's just gonna walk up to someone random, and be like, "Hi."
Sure. We'll say that it is probably one of the waiters walking by. No, I'm sorry, this place doesn't have waiters. Yeah, right. So it's probably you see this person who's got kind of a limp, and he's kind of walking. He's got a mug that is full of ale that spills a little bit every time he takes a step, but he's trying to be as careful as he can. And he's got scars down his face, very gruff looking individual, and he's wearing one of those like Boston tapered hats, you know, those Irish hats.
Yeah.
I can't think of what they're called, but wearing one of those that's kind of like tipped to the side and
Mhm.
yeah.
I can help you carry that if you want.
Sure. Hands you it, and he'll start hobbling over to the table, and he sits down, grabs the drink from you, and takes a nice swig. Who the hell are you?
Zinny.
Okay. Thanks. You takes another drink. You can fuck off now.
First of all, that's not very nice. Second of all,
Not very nice.
no.
Okay. Who's the tin can?
She's just gonna launch into her questions about the sword and the place that I can't remember the name of.
The hag scar.
The hag's scar. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that one.
Make me a persuasion check. See if this guy is willing to fucking talk to you.
He looks like he's been on a lot of adventures.
Oh my god.
That's a 25.
Oh my god.
I think. Let me just double check. Oh no, persuasion.
All right,
So
is
that is
com-
actually a 20. That's a 22.
This is some kind of sick joke, huh? Yeah. Oh, Marvin loses his leg, so you can, you can just send somebody to make fun of me. Hey, so you bring this little fucking. Who did this? Charlie? Was that you, Charlie? Is this you? You think this is funny? Huh?
I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah, I know about the fucking hag scar. That's where I got my leg crushed.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well now you know. So what do you want?
Well, we're looking for there might be a sword there, and we need it because I'm on an assignment from my school, and they want us to go find it. And supposedly it's there, but Poppy says that it's not. It might not be because she's never seen it because she's been there a bunch. But that someone here might know.
You friends with
So
Poppy?
we found here. Yeah.
That bitch owes me 100 gold.
Well, that sucks.
You gotta pay it?
Well, that sucks. You say.
I'll give you some info if you pay it off.
Actually, let me see. Do I even have the gold to do that?
Be 100 gold or 10 platinum.
I mean, I do actually. I'm gonna hand over 10 platinum pieces.
See, like he wasn't expecting to see platinum. At first, he thought it was silver. Then he realizes that it's shining a little bit more, and you see him very quickly scoop it away. And in fact, I'm going to make a sleight of hand check to see how good at that he is. Okay, so he rolled a 10. You see a few people at the bar are kind of glancing over at the direction that you guys are now. Right, you just painted a fucking target on my back. All right.
Well, you asked for money. I gave you money. So.
I know. So let's make this quick. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. I know how to get there. In fact, you got a map?
Yeah, she's gonna pull out the map that Poppy
Right.
Poppy gave her and
Yeah,
drew on and stuff.
you see the circle. I'm like, okay, well, I'm assuming Poppy did this, huh? All right. Well, right here, and marks another spot inside of that circle with a little tiny X. That is where we left our supplies to get in there. Now, I warn you, we took about, I don't know, 100 yards into the damn thing before we got bombarded with traps. So be careful. However, I was taken out of the picture really quick. The rest of my crew, however, they got a little further in, and they told me there was fucking nothing there. They got out of there with maybe like 50 copper pieces and some like rusty swords and shit. So I mean, they're gonna go good for an antique seller because they were like old copper. So you know, you had the old king on it, but other than that, there wasn't. The whole place was ransacked. So. Unless you've got better eyes than the rest of us, I'm not sure what you're going to be getting out of it.
Well, we'll see. Thank you.
Fair enough. All right, I'm getting the hell out of here before I get mugged.
Okay, bye.
Fuck off. You see a few other people leave behind him?
That's not my business.
Nope.
He did it to himself.
I gave him the money that he asked for.
Mm-hmm.
Money genuinely means very little to Zinni. The fact that she has a fair amount of it really doesn't do much for her.
And I will have everyone make a perception check.
God damn it. We're bad at those.
I know, it's great. I love it. You've missed so much.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
I rolled a whole fucking 9.
Nice. You have a +0?
Yeah, I have a +0 to perception.
That's wonderful.
I only have a +1, so. A whole 4.
Six. But Lenny's passive perception is fucking great, okay?
I mean, my passive perception is okay.
Okay, what are your passive perceptions?
I think.
Yours is a 16, right, Lenny?
Yeah.
Okay.
My passive perception is a 10.
Oh wait, no, mine's an 11.
Okay. So, Lenny, as you're just kind of staring off, and you're just kind of, you know what? I think it's a good time to read or something. Get your mind distracted off of something. So you reach for your spell book, and it's not there.
Lenny's immediately going to start looking around.
Both of you see Lenny looking for something.
What's up?
You alright, Lux?
My spellbook is missing.
What? You see her kind of look around, and he looks at her. She's oh, good, mine's still here.
Is mine still here?
You search. You do not have your spellbook on you.
Oh, I might ignite into fire.
Zook, I'm going to.
I am already aware. You don't have to.
Okay.
But your spellbook, Tia, is missing.
Okay. Zinni seems infinitely less concerned about this.
Shite, mine's gone too.
Oh shit.
God, they didn't take mine because I had... And she holds up she kind of holds up her scarf, and you see a thieves you see a symbol that you didn't recognize before. So she has something that marks her as not being targeted. And
Okay, I guess we're gonna go on an adventure to find those now.
go
I
ahead
guess
and
I'm
make
going to
it.
beat the shit out of someone.
Go ahead and make a wisdom no, actually intelligence checks. Intelligence. See if you can put things
Oh,
together.
okay. Those are
Just
better.
straight up intelligence checks. You guys are pretty good at that. Investigation, actually. So if you have
Ooh.
anything in investigation, you can.
Well, no, it's
Add
just
that to
still a
it.
+4, so that's a 22. Or no, 21.
That's a 9.
Okay.
Can I use my passive investigation?
No.
Aw.
What did you get? 22? Did I hear?
21.
21. Okay, 21. You're kind of thinking, Zinni. You're thinking, and you're kind of
The little
retracing.
kids.
You're
the
retracing
kids.
your steps as you go back, and you know the going back up the stairs and then coming out, and then you remember kids with a cookie running by, bumping into you, and running out the door.
Little shits.
I'm gonna flashbang those motherfuckers. And Visca literally says that out loud.
That's all right. That's all right.
If you've ever been flashbanged, it's bad.
Zinni's gonna go up to the person who let them into the thing anyway. Hey, where can we find those kids that ran past us earlier?
So you go upstairs to the bakery?
Yeah.
You guys kind of go that way. All right. So, honestly, I have no idea. They come and go as they please.
Okay. Okay.
It's all right, Lass. I did prepare. I was kind of saving it for looking for the sword once we got closer, but suppose it'll be a few days since then, so I'll use detect object. As you see him concentrate for a moment, he takes out a scroll of parchment and a few gems as it disintegrates and falls away, and his eyes open. All right, I think I've got a good idea of where it is. Follow me. And takes you out, and you're creeping down the streets of Hillcrest and bumping past people and whatnot, and making your way further into the town, past the library, past a few temples, and you finally stop at it looks like a very rundown part of Hillcrest, the commoner section. So there's a lot of like apartment complex buildings that have been built like on top of each other so it can accommodate more people and whatnot. And you see Thalgren will lead you behind an alleyway, and I will have everyone make perception checks at that point.
Do. Making my way downtown, walking past faces, fast I'm homebound. Dun-na-na-na-na.
No.
Lots of no's.
I mean, that's a 14.
14. Okay, 14 and 16 both get it. As you hear coming from the alleyway, you can kind of hear a Incandio.
No. That's
Lonnie's just going to stride in.
As you kind of stride in, you see these two kids, and they've got the books. They're all on the ground, sprawled out and opened up, and they are they're yelling, trying to yell these spells out. And of course, Zinni, you see your book, which is just blank papers. And what do you guys do? They seem to have not noticed you yet.
Lenny's going. If no one else does anything, Lenny's going to stride over and just pick up their book.
Hey, go ahead and make a make an acrobatics check, yes, because you're trying to be quick about this.
I didn't say anything about being quick.
Oh, okay. Well,
If anything, Lenny's being intimidating.
okay. So basically, okay, go ahead and make an intimidation check then.
Which is a bad idea. Because Lenny is not intimidating.
Oh, yes, you are.
So basically, as you see them, he's got the books open. Incandia. You see the shadow. Your shadow kind of steps up and starts looming over this kid, and you see him. He's trying to adjust for the shadows. He thinks it's just like the lights are shifting above him, like the day is just going by. So he's pushing it further away from the shadow, and then it just goes further as you're looming over him more, and he pushes it further, and then he realizes there's someone looming over him as he looks very slowly above, and you see him and he just bolts, provoking attacks of opportunity from all of you.
Can Lenny at least grab the book?
He didn't take the book with him. He dropped it and ran.
Okay.
Both of the other kid like sees you, freezes, and he just like locks up against the wall. I'm sorry.
As long as the books are on the ground, Lenny's just gonna pick them up.
And then they just run off. You go pick up your books, and you have your books back. Because it was a natural 20. There was going to be a little bit more to that, but you got a natural 20.
A natural 20 with a -2.
Yeah.
We only get natural 20s when it's funny for the plot.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have your spell books back. What would you like to do?
You know, I killed a dragon once. You probably shouldn't steal stuff from me.
Okay, I'm sorry, bye! Wait, you killed a dragon? That's so cool! And he runs away.
Visca's
Zinni-
pinching the bridge of her
Zinni's
nose.
home. She's gonna take any opportunity she can to talk about killing a dragon.
Okay, hang on just a second. Lunny's link shell goes off. Just kidding. However, you do feel a gentle chime, from that's kind of in your hearing receptors, Lunny, as you hear a voice, a familiar voice, from who the fuck stayed behind? Zagok. Yeah, Zagok. Lunny, I have done what you have asked and looked up the possible sharing memories, and it would seem that there are cases of shared souls, though this is mostly in twins. And that is the finishing of the sending spell, and you have 25 words if you would like to respond.
Thank you, Zagok. Please inform me if you find anything else.
Okay, there is no response because he doesn't want to waste a 3rd level spell on you got it. Okay. And you guys are kind of heading back or meandering the city at this point. Was there any specific place you're going, or anything you wanted to do in particular?
Got our map, got our books back. Not that it really matters that I got mine back.
Yeah.
Still.
So you guys kind of make your way as the lights begin to set, and you all head back to Finney's house, and have dinner and whatnot, get yourself collected, and rest for the night. Will elapse time to the next day, and you are all kind of getting ready to go at this point. You have the information you need. You can smell the smell of breakfast once again in the morning. However, this time it looks like it's a big old table for you guys, as a lot of the stuff has been packed, and you do not see Finney, however, inside the house. You do hear her outside, however, as you hear, easy, whoa, 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 easy, easy. Okay. And as you kind of pack your things and whatnot, you see Finney finally come into the door, and he's like, oh, good, you're all awake. And she walks over to the table and begins piling things up, grabbing packages, and going outside. It looks like she's making several trips. So what do you guys do?
Lenny will help with whatever this is because
Okay, so you start grabbing some packages and whatnot, and it looks like they're rations. Out of character, she has a month's rations for all of you. As you all head outside, you see there is a large wagon, a very nicely built wagon, with a shingled roof, and an oil lantern that hangs from the front of it, and it has 2 oxes in front of it. You know these oxes. These are your mom's oxes. This is Nessie and Opal.
You did say that they're gonna play a part. Yay!
And you see her smile, and she walks over and puts her arm around you, and your mom goes, well, I know you've got a long journey ahead, so I want you to take Nessie and Opal and take good care of them, okay? They're gonna take you wherever you need to go.
Okay.
Okay? And I packed plenty of food. If you need anything else, you know where I live. And if anyone bothers you, I don't care if it's a dragon, I will come down there and I will smack it in the head with my frying pan.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
She gives you a hug and kisses you on the forehead. Good luck, guys. We'll turn around and kind of stand by her door and watch you guys leave as you all pile into the wagon. Say your goodbyes to some of the people that have gathered and wave to you as you. Who is at the reins, by the way?
Oh, absolutely not. You're not gonna want me on the reins.
Sure.
It should be whoever has the best handle animal.
I don't think that's
No,
me.
never mind.
I have a +4.
So
It's Lunny.
it's Lunny. Lunny,
Yeah.
You sit down and you take the reins of the cart and begin heading off into the distance. And that is where we'll end tonight's episode. Okay. So I will say that you have also gained a total of 2 checkpoints, one for finding the monkey's paw and finding information in the monkey's paw, and the other one for first losing your spell books and then gaining them back. So yeah.
That puts us at 4.
Oh, excellent. So that's a level up. Welcome to level 7. So that's where we'll end tonight's episode, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, toodaloo.
Bye.
Go ahead, Visca.
Bye.
It's your turn.
Yay! It's just a white square for the floor.